Welcome back to the Grilling with RVH patio. On this episode of Grilling with RVH, Christmas prime rib roast. I've never done a prime rib roast. All the years I've smoked and cooked, I've never done a prime rib roast. So I said for this Christmas, since we were stuck here at the house, unable to travel due to some COVID restrictions and such that I posted about in my Thanksgiving Super Cook, we decided to go ahead, there was just four of us here, we decided to do a prime rib. And so I went, got about a 6-pound prime rib, bone in. I'm gonna try boneless next time, but bone in. The plan is to season it, let it sit in the fridge overnight, let it get nice and seasoned, dried out, pull it out on Christmas Day, season it with Sucklebusters 1836 prime beef rub, and then put it on the old Masterbuilt at 225 for however long it takes it to get to 120, pull it off the Masterbuilt, crank the Masterbuilt to 450 degrees, put it back on there to sear it, get a little reverse sear action going until the temp gets to 130. Pull it off, let it rest, and then slice it and eat it. I also, to prepare it, I'm gonna pull it out of the fridge and before, season it with the 1836 rub, and then put a butter mix over it. That's the piece I forgot a minute ago. Put a butter mix over it, and I'll show you the process here in just a moment how we did that. Put a butter mix on it and then let that smoke. We'll show you the prep video and then come back and give you a recap here after all that's done. Okay, so the prime rib roast is on, slathered in butter, all prepped up. So we're gonna leave it on here, get it to about 120, pull it off, let it rest, crank this bad boy to 400 or 450, and then do a little bit of reverse sear. So we'll come back after this in a little while and show you how it's progressing. All right, so now we're gonna pull the roast, put it in a metal pan, strain the juices that came off the butter, and then we're gonna crank the smoker to 400 and put the roast back on there, let it reverse sear. Get some of this stuff out the way here. Look how awesome that looks. Let's take a look at that. That is pure goodness. We're gonna cut that right here. So, the prime rib roast is back on the Masterbuilt. I set it for 450 to do a reverse sear. We'll take a quick look at it. You can see there how phenomenal it is looking right now. Just absolutely outstanding. So we're gonna let that get to about 130, and then we're gonna pull it off, let it rest, and it should carry it up to a nice rare, medium rare. So it's there, 130. We're gonna wrap it and let it rest for about 30 minutes. Cut the net off and slice and eat. So now that you've seen the prep video and the final result, I just want to take a moment to tell you that that prime rib was incredibly tender. Very juicy, very tender. The butter rub kept that thing really moist and did add some flavor to it, but there's just something that was missing from it that I'm going to work on for next time. But I will say this worked phenomenally well. If you want to do a prime rib, I suggest you follow the steps that were outlined in this video, and also in the down in the description, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. But yeah, the prime rib was very tender. It had a lot of flavor, but I am going to work on it because I wasn't exactly pleased. And it's maybe just me. I'm a perfectionist. I like to have it perfect. Never got there yet. But so yeah, but the prime rib overall, very tender, very flavorful, very good, and everybody loved it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Take care, God bless, stay safe. We'll see you next time on Grillin' with RVH.